Hey guys, us again. Welcome to What the Fuck Are We Doing? Because we still don't know. I'm still your host, Alicia, and here, opposite slash next to me, I don't know, across from me, whatever you want to call it, I've got Kareen, and we are coming at you again from the dining room table, not the bathroom. So, yeah, we'll work on the sound at some point in our lives, just not today nor next week. But
doesn't look good for this year.
Not at all. Thank goodness there's only 2 weeks left. Yay. So tonight Kareen's going to be talking to us about something. She briefly told me what it is about, but I'm going to leave that up to her. So here we go.
Hi. Where's my introduction music, man? Just joking. Just kidding. Just
Should
kidding.
I grab my phone?
Jokesies. Anyway, I don't know. I was sitting today and I'm like, I need a subject. I need something. And then I wanted to talk about staffies because, our mascot is a staffy. And then I was like, I will never stop talking if I do that because I'm going to do the research and I'm going to talk about the research and then I'm just never going to stop talking about belly, period. So that episode would have basically been belly. And then I stumbled across true stories about the heroism of pets. And the first one was actually it hit me because they've got a very bad rep all over the world, is pit bulls. Because the first article I found was 10 true tales of pit bulls and how they saved their owners, or not even their owners' lives. So let's jump right into it and get it started. Okay. So number one is about Chief. One day in 2007 I don't know how to pronounce this
Which
word.
One? Bro, I can't read upside down.
I'm sorry. Cagayan?
Cagayan, nothing. I don't know.
Whatever.
Cagayan.
It's somewhere in the Philippines. Okay. So one day in 2007 in the Philippines, a cobra found its way into the kitchen of the Fronteras family. The snake went after 87-year-old Liberata La Victoria and her granddaughter Maria Victoria Fronteras. But the family's 4-year-old pit bull, Chief, wouldn't allow anyone to get hurt. When Fronteras screamed for help, the dog rushed in to protect both women from the cobra, shielding them from 2 attacks and then grabbing the snake by the neck and smashing it on the kitchen floor until it died. But in the process, he suffered a fatal bite on his jaw. Chief was able to give his owners one last glance and a wag of the tail before dying from the attack. A local pit bull club later released balloons in his honor.
Shit.
So he saved them, but it's not, I don't like it when they also die. Okay, number 2, Hero. When a stray pit bull was walking around town in Baldwin, Georgia this August, he saw a man and a woman fighting in the street and ran to intervene. After the man pulled out a knife. He protected the woman, taking the brunt of the attack as he was stabbed 5 times. He was rescued by Sergeant Timothy Clay and Officer Daniel Seeley, who immediately brought him to a vet for surgery. The dog died twice during surgery, but miraculously recovered. He was named Hero and has now been adopted.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And then there is Lily. One night in May 2012, Lily, an 8-year-old pit bull, and her owner, Christine Spain, were walking along train tracks in Shirley, Massachusetts. For fuck's sake, why?
Massachusetts.
Thank you.
No problem.
When Spain collapsed, the operator of a freight train was heading down toward them when he saw the pit bull desperately pulling the unconscious Spain off the tracks. Spain escaped injury, but Lily was hit, causing internal injuries, pelvis fractures, and catastrophic damage to her right front leg. Even while suffering from a devastating injury, Lily was calm and stayed by her owner's side until help arrived. After multiple surgeries, the amputation of her leg, and lots of physical therapy, Lily recovered. Spain's son, Boston police officer David Lantine, who had adopted Lily from a shelter in 2009 for his mother, told ABC News, "We saved Lily and Lily saved my mom's life. My hope is that this story is going to get out and show what pit bulls are truly about. I hope by Lily going through this, it's going to get other dogs homes."
I don't know, hey, like people have got a massive misconceptions about pit bulls. Like, I don't know, they flippin' sweet, man. Like they just think, I mean, they're like 7 foot tall, but I mean, they think they like 3 inches. That's like the
Yeah,
not really
it's
7
basically
foot,
the
but
thing
it's
is,
massive exaggeration.
pit bulls are basically like 60 to 80 pounds of pure love.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're cuddle bugs, they're sweet, they're loyal, but the reason for their bad rep is because of how humans have trained them.
Yeah.
So it's not
Dog
the
fights and
dog
shit.
on the leash, it's the person behind the leash.
It's
It's never
the
a-
dumbass behind the leash.
Yes. It's never a dog. I'm sorry, but a dog won't just go out of his way to cause injuries to everyone around them. There has to be a reason why a dog does why he does it. I mean, Billy wouldn't just come to me and start biting me for no reason. Okay, I would first I will have a bit of a heart attack, and then I will check is something wrong.
Yeah.
Which is usually the case. Like, my dog has never bitten me. Let me just get that out there. It's just
Unless it's an accidental play nibble.
play nibble is different, people. I mean, come on. But it's also important to know how to get your dog out of play mode, which Billy knows. When I say snuff, snuff. Hey, Bips. It's the other doggo, Mr. Brownie. Hey, Bips. Hey, Biblip. He just came to say hi. The handsome young man on the yard. Okay, number 4, Messiah. When Darren Trombley heard a crying noise from his housemate Carol Hathaway's room one evening in 2014, he went to check on her and found Hathaway, who has type 2 diabetes, laying on the bed with her feet on the floor, unconscious. Her pit bull Messiah was whining and licking her face. Trombley saw that the pup's tail wasn't wagging and realized something was wrong, so he called 911. When EMTs arrived, they discovered that Hathaway's blood sugar was dangerously low. She had already started to seize and was making like burbling noises, Trombley told the Post-Star. Thankfully, the EMTs were able to stabilize her. When Hathaway woke up, Trombley told her that it was Messiah who had rescued her, who she has rescued from a shelter a year and a half before, that had alerted him to the fact that Hathaway was in trouble. "I was stunned," Hathaway said. And then we got Precious. Robert Lineberger lived on his boat in Port La Belle Marina in the southwestern Florida with a service dog, Precious, who could sense his seizures. She went everywhere with me for the past 6 years. So when Lineberger got up to use the bathroom one night in April 2016, Precious followed and intervened when an alligator on the dock tried to attack. "She jumped in front of me," Lineberger said. "She was roughly 2 to 3 feet away from me when the gator attacked." Lineberger couldn't see the gator because of the lack of lights on the dock, which he believes is a violation of code. Precious died, saving her owner's life, and he is determined that her death bring about some changes at the marina. That's just horrible. Can't even imagine. Have you seen me attack an alligator? If that thing attacks my dog, I will go batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Superman won't have shit on me. Yeah, and then we've got Popsicle. Popsicle began his life as a drug dealer's fighting dog. When the dealer was arrested in 1997, a policeman found the dog in a black garbage bag stuffed into a freezer on the back porch, blood-caked, malnourished, and near death.
Oh my gosh.
Popsicle was taken to a local animal hospital, but no one would adopt him because of his breed. So he was sent to the Canine Enforcement Training Center in Front Royal, Virginia. which trains U.S. Customs dogs. He graduated at the top of his class and ended up at the Texas-Mexico border, where he sniffed out more than 3,000 pounds of cocaine hidden in a truck, the facility's biggest drug bust at that point. So he did good for himself, man.
Going places, guys. But shame, I mean, like the way that he was found, that's just...
Yeah, that's not...
And then people wonder why they get aggressive. I mean, if you're going to put me in a black bag and stuff me in a freezer, I'm not going to be too happy about that.
And not feed me.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the feeding part, because like, man, I love to eat. But that's just fucking cruel. I mean, I don't know, like, and that poor animal can't really defend himself.
Nope. A dog only has two instincts, fight or flight. And if they can't flight, they're gonna fight. So I just think it's, I don't know, people are horrible, sick bastards.
No, absolutely. I mean, what goes through your head when you actually carry out that act? I don't know.
I don't know, what kind of sick ego do you have that it needs to be stroked by an act like that?
Yeah, I mean, are you going to go brag to your mates about something like that? Then you and your mates are fucking idiots.
And then we got Pity. That's his name.
Pity.
Yes.
P-I-T-Y.
Yes, Pity.
Oh.
Employees from an animal rescue group made a surprising discovery on a Texas roadside in March 2015. A stray pit bull nursing an abandoned newborn kitten. Okay, it's a girl. My bad. The dog named Pity by Mercy Animal Clinic, where the pair was taken, was keeping the kitten alive with her milk. Over my 28-year career, I've never seen anything like this, veterinarian Dr. Rick Hamlin told the Dodo. My gosh, to find this in the wild, that a pit bull and kitten found each other on their own and they connected like they did, is really something. From that point on, Pity acted as the kitten's mother, and when her milk began to dry up and the kitten had to be bottle fed, Pity followed and watched over the whole process. The two couldn't be separated because Pity would get upset every time someone took her kitten out of her sight.
Oh, that's sweet.
Sadly, according to Mercy's Facebook page, Pity's kitten passed away in April. The kitten had congenital malformation of the urinary bladder and kidneys, according to the clinic, which might be why its mother abandoned it. Pity, though, has since been adopted to her forever home. And then there's Baby. In 2013, then 10-year-old pit bull Baby rescued her family and their other pets from a house fire in Wellston, Oklahoma. The fire likely started in a dryer and spread through the house while Rhonda Westenberger and her sister Evelyn were asleep. Baby ran into their rooms, barking and jumping on them so they would wake up to see the danger. There were flames shooting down the hallway, Westenberger told KOCO News. If Baby hadn't woken Evelyn up, I don't think either one of us would have come out of it. The women escaped, but they had 5 other dogs still trapped inside. Baby saved them too, even pulling one from under the bed and dragging it out of the house.
Oh, shame.
And then there's Stubby.
Stubby?
Yes,
Aww.
Stubby.
That's cute.
Oh, no, it's Sergeant Stubby.
Sergeant
was
Stubby.
a pit bull mix.
Sounds like a show that should be on like Disney Junior or something.
I know,
like
right?
Sergeant Stubby.
Was the pit bull mix among the types that would be banned in Montreal, hailed as a war hero in World War I. Originally a stray puppy found by Private J. Robert Conroy at Yale University in 1917. Stubby became the mascot for the unit Conroy was training with. The dog made it to the front lines of France, where he was injured after being exposed to gas. After he recovered, he was able to smell when gas attacks were coming. He was also very good at locating wounded men between the trenches. He once managed to capture a German spy, an effort that made him the first dog to gain rank in the US Armed Forces. Stubby served in 17 battles total, and he even learned a modified salute, putting his right paw by his right eyebrow.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, and then Jack. Rescue Pity Jack and rescue cat Kitty share a similar past and a current friendship, with Jack regularly acting as Kitty's watchful caretaker. When two coyotes... For fuck's sakes.
This always happens when we read something.
What the fuck?
Do you want me to look at it?
Please, if I say it in my head, it comes out right. But then I open my mouth.
Then you vocalize it. Coyotes.
Thank you. Attacked Kitty at their Florida home in 2013. Jack sprang into action. Sherry Lewis, the animal's owner, said the coyote... For fuck's sakes, are you kidding me?
Think of the movie.
Coyote ugly. Okay, when they said they were battling over the cat, one grabbed her by the tail and the other grabbing her by the neck. Jack bolted over to save his friend's life. I didn't know Jack could run that fast, Lewis said. Fighting off the coyote... I can't even.
The big kitty cat.
Yes, fighting them off until they let Kitty go. Kitty didn't escape unharmed. She had several cuts, a broken tooth, and brain swelling. But without Jack's help, it would have been far worse. Jack is still devoted to his friend. He checks on her every day and sniffs her, seeing what kind of shape she is in, Lewis said. Okay. Then there's another 15 pit bulls stories. Hey, look at the little pitties winning the night. Wheezy. Wheezy the pit bull's family was attacked one night by two men who broke into their home to rob them. While the robbers had his mom and brother at gunpoint, Wheezy got between them, barked, snapped, snarled, and caused a scene, all while pushing his family backward until they were at the exit to their home and able to escape. The dog was so heroic, he kept the robbers away from his family and diverted their attention so much that his family was able to escape. He saved their lives that night.
Fucking hell.
Dakota, they don't say what happened.
Oh.
Dakota. Dakota is a pit bull that's trained as a search and rescue dog. And how is that dangerous to anyone? She's a pit bull so good at what she does that she's been requested to work on some of the most high-profile cases in the world. For example, she's part of the search team that found the remains of the astronauts aboard the shuttle that went down in 2003 after being requested by NASA. Yeah. She was also part of the Lacey Peterson case. So see, pit bulls are the shit, man. Okay, Maybelline. Maybelline was a shelter dog that was being walked by a 17-year-old volunteer in Florida when a registered sex offender grabbed the girl by her hair and forced her to the ground. Maybelline ran over to the attacker and fought him off, saving the girl's life and her innocence. The dog was able to scare the man away and helped to catch the man when it was time for his arrest. He was credited with saving this girl's life, and he was eventually adopted. His new owner said she knew right away when she saw Maybelline in the shelter that she was a hero. Cute.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. Morocco. When Morocco was out one day, he noticed something terrible happening. A puma was nearby an area where two small children were playing. The dog sprang to action when he noticed that the puma was approaching the children to attack. While the puma reached the children first, the pit bull wasn't far behind. He stopped the puma from attacking and killing these small kids by fighting the puma off before eventually killing the giant cat.
Holy shit.
Morocco suffered serious injuries to his face before he was able to kill the cat, but he did it and he saved the lives of two small children. Okay, we already had Jack's story. He's here again. That's his kitty friend. Thor. Thor is a pit bull who saved the lives of 3 people in his family. When their home caught on fire in the middle of the night, Thor barked and barked to wake his sleeping owners who slept through his noise. The dog took it upon himself to go into the bedroom of their 3-month-old baby and grab her bassinet by the leg and dragged it to their bed, nipping his owners on the ears until they woke up.
Sure.
They realized the house was on fire and that the baby was next to them instead of where she was, a place that was already completely engulfed in flames. Max. When Max's owners was attacked by a gunman, Max charged the gunman and took 3 bullets for his owner. 2 went into his chest and 1 into his leg. Max's owner had taken 1 bullet to the head. Thankfully, it only grazed him. before Max took it upon himself to charge the gunman and chase him off, even while suffering from 3 gunshot wounds. Max lived and overcame his injuries. He's a true pit bull hero who took 3 bullets, what the fuck, bullets for his owner in an act so selfless that we are almost certain no human would attempt anything similar. And then Stormy. Many years ago, a pit bull by the name of Stormy was able to get out of her kennel in the middle of the night. And it's a good thing she did, because her home was on fire, and it was only the fact that she ran into her owner's bedroom barking and alerting the owner to the fire that saved his life. When her family was rescued by firefighters, they could not go back in for her. Her owners were fearful that she had perished in the flames, but she was found hours later hiding beneath the bed alive. Thank goodness, I almost burst into tears. I'm like, no, puppy. Like, how does these people not have fire alarms in their houses?
But did they say what caused the fire?
No, we don't. But I mean, South Africa, our houses aren't made of wood.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Anyway, Kilo. When an intruder tried to break into his home, Kilo saved his life's owner. The intruder attempted to break in while dressed as a FedEx driver so that he could gain entrance into the home. The dog realized something was wrong immediately and began to attack the man, who was was hiding a gun, okay? He took a bullet for his owner, but managed to fight off his assailant and save his owner's life. The bullet hit Kilo in the head, but managed to bounce off his skull and exit the dog's neck, saving his life as well.
Oh my gosh.
Hard-headed doggo.
Yeah, that's a hard-headed dog.
Wheeler is a pit bull that belongs to a family with several children. A few years ago, Gary, the 11-year-old boy in the house, was jumped on and pushed down by Wheeler. Gary's mom saw the entire thing happening and rushed outside to see what had provoked the dog to attack her son. She arrived outside just in time to see a rattlesnake bit Wheeler right in the face. The dog wasn't attacking his boy, he was saving his life. Fortunately, Wheeler's family acted quickly and managed to get Wheeler the medical attention he needed to save him from the venomous bite so that he could live. What an amazing dog to put himself in danger for his boy.
That's sweet.
Norton, this special pit bull, was abused and beaten and had extreme separation anxiety. His new owners weren't looking for a dog, and they tried very hard to work with his separation anxiety, but he wouldn't leave their side. They got used to this and raised the dog. Thankfully, this was something that would save their lives. When Norton's mom was bitten by a spider late at night in the bathroom, something that interfered with her medication, she passed out and went into anaphylactic shock. No,
anaphylactic shock.
As she lay there dying, Norton went into the bedroom and continued to push on his dad until he woke up and was alerted to the fact that his wife is in need of help. Yeah. Stray Pity. This pit bull had no name when he was a year. A Florida woman and a young son were walking through a parking lot to get to their car when they were attacked by a man with a knife. The dog, who had never met any of these people, immediately realized something wasn't right and rushed to the side of the woman and child. He fought the attacker and saved the woman and the child before hopping into their back seat and going home with them. His new family named him Angel. It's like, well, I did save your lives. You can at least give me some, food and a home. Yeah. Not asking much.
Give me a place to stay, man.
Maya is a pit bull hero who saved her owner's life. When Maya was only 3 months old, she was adopted by her owner, Angela. A few years later, Angela was attacked by a man who tried to do unspeakable things to her, and Maya saved her life. Maya stopped the attacker and fought him off, taking the brunt of the beating that was meant for Angela. The dog was able to get the attacker out and also able to produce DNA evidence from a scratch he suffered that would lead to the attacker's arrest.
Good. Motherfucker.
Gladys saves lives. So far, she's only saved the lives of a few bunny rabbits, but still, she's a lifesaver. She was playing in her yard one day when she alerted a 4-year-old boy to something on the ground. It was a tiny, almost unrecognizable rabbit. The little boy alerted his mother, who immediately realized something wasn't right and called the animal shelter. The dog kept going back to the hole and whining, and the shelter workers found 3 more dying baby bunnies. 2 did not make it, but 2 did.
Oh, shame.
But at least it's a rabbit.
Yeah, like, it saved someone. That's fine. Saved a life, too.
When the Daniels family adopted Ember from a rescue organization, they had no idea that she would become so attached to her human brother, Trey. She loved her 10-year-old boy and slept at the foot of his bed every night. So much so, Ember knew something was wrong one night. Trey's mother woke to Ember making an odd sound and was pacing around near the boy's bed. Knowing something was wrong, Mrs. Daniels followed Ember, who led her to the bathroom where Trey's feet were hanging outside the bathtub. Trey suffered a seizure and fallen back into the tub, but thanks to the loyal Pitbull's quick reaction, Trey was rushed to the hospital and got the attention he needed. Sorry, I'm not laughing at the situation.
I know.
I'm laughing at my pronunciation. Refusing to leave his side when he returned home. Oh, look at that.
That's sweet.
Okay. Back in the days of the Civil War, there was a pit bull named Sally. She was the mascot of the 11th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry. Sally traveled with these soldiers through many confrontations where she would stand her guard over dead or injured soldiers until someone came to take care of them. Sally stayed with them for 2 years and was their beloved companion and caretaker until she was killed by a bullet herself. Sally is included in a monument erected for the infantry in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That's sad.
Shame, man. That's terrible.
Okay, that one we did do, Lily. Sorry. Then there is Diamond. Diamond's owner, Daryl, and his 2 daughters were asleep in their apartment on the night of October 24th when Diamond started barking. Diamond continued to bark until Daryl awoke to find his apartment on fire. Once again, Daryl was able to grab his 9-year-old daughter, Darnay, and lower her to safety out a 2-story window. But he could not find his 16-year-old daughter, Sierra. Sierra was frightened and was hiding under a mattress in her father's bedroom. Although Daryl couldn't find her, Diamond did. Diamond climbed up on the mattress and was trying to shield Sierra from the fire. The firefighters spotted Diamond and found Sierra. Both she and her father were hospitalized for weeks with severe burns, and both had to have skin grafts, but they were all alive. As for Diamond, she also spent weeks in the pet hospital for burns and smoke inhalation, but has also recovered nicely. Diamond has received the National Hero Dog Award from the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in Los Angeles.
Nice. Okay, so guys, that's Betty drinking water again.
Yes.
Just not with Zena.
She's a thirsty little girl. Okay, Kelsey the Golden Retriever. A Michigan man, Bob, slipped in the snow and broke his neck. With the closest neighbors far away, his Golden Retriever stayed with him for 20 hours. By morning, my voice was gone and I couldn't yell for help, but Kelsey didn't stop barking. Bob said he lost consciousness, but Kelsey howled until a neighbor heard her and came to the rescue.
Oh my word.
Gracie the cat. Gracie pounded on a Wisconsin owner's bedroom door to let them know something was wrong. Annette Shanahan said of Gracie, "Without her, obviously, we wouldn't be here." They didn't say what was wrong.
I was about to say,
So
what
I guess
happened?
probably a fire. It's
Maybe.
always a fire with these people. I'm sorry, but okay. Socko the shepherd. Socko accompanied Joseph Phillips Garcia and the teen's aunt and cousin on a fishing trip. The car fell down a steep hill, and the lone survivors, Phillips Garcia and Sarko, were thrown from the vehicle. The teen sustained a compound fracture to his femur, so Sarko kept him warm all night, helped him get to a creek for water, and fought off coyotes. "He saved my son's life," the boy's mother said. An unnamed Eurocat. The dog, who belonged to a neighbor, dragged a 4-year-old boy off his bicycle. But the family cat, affectionately called Eurocat by the media, chased the canine away from the child, preventing further injuries. The father of the boy said the dog did not know what hit him when the cat sprang into action.
They're sneaky buggers, though.
Ted the collie mix. Owner Josie Conlon said the collie began to cry and paw at her chest, even though he was really affectionate with her. Conlon says a lot of people would probably just push a dog away if it started clawing at their chest, but the owners should take notice because Ted really did save my life. Turns out I had breast cancer.
Oh my word. Jeez.
Marshall the tabby cat. The tabby climbed into an abandoned baby's box, keeping the infant warm. Marshall meowed until she got the attention of a passerby who rushed the baby to a hospital. A hospital spokesperson said the baby had only been outside for a few hours, and thanks to Marsha, he was not damaged by the experience. Many neighbors spoiled Marsha with her favorite foods after the incident. Capone the pincher/whippet mix. Capone alerted a woman to a fire in her Iowa home, giving Angela Fulmer enough time to evacuate her 9 children before flames engulfed their home. Fulmer told the press of the former stray, "I'm glad we found him on the highway. I believe it was supposed to happen."
I just want to know, guys, like, what are you doing to have your house just, burst into flames? What are you doing? Are you leaving the gas stove on? Are we leaving straighteners on carpets? What are we doing?
Can happen, like an electrical fire, anything.
No, of course. But I mean, look, no offense to any nationalities, but I know the American population, they, from what I understand, they predominantly built their homes out of plywood. So, yeah, that is going to catch fire, and very quickly too. So, yeah.
Tommy the cat. Gary Roshaishin wasn't wearing his medical alert necklace, so Tommy, his cat, called the police. The officer said nobody was on the line, but Tommy had hit the phone's button to speed dial 911 when his owner fell out of his wheelchair. "I know it sounds kind of weird," Officer Patrick Doherty said, "but Roshaishin is grateful. He's my hero," the cat lover said.
So what was it, just like dead on the other side, and they just...
He probably heard him meow, or they didn't. They don't. This is just like a quick. As you can see, it's short. So, Peanut the rescue puppy. The rescue ran up and down the stairs, barking until her owners let her out. Then Peanut led them to a naked toddler freezing in a ditch behind the Michigan home. They called the authorities, who discovered the child and her siblings' unsafe living conditions nearby. Peanut's owner said, "She has been such a blessing to us and now to others. Words cannot express how grateful we are that we have Peanut in our lives and how amazing she is." That's just... I can't even...
Again, humans are assholes, man. Like, really.
Fidge the kitten. The cat kept jumping on Wendy Humphrey's right breast, prompting her to see a doctor. After discovering a pea-sized tumor, Humphreys said of Fidge, "She saved my life. I was told that if I hadn't been diagnosed when I could have died because of the hormones in the menopause. I'm the first one in my family to have breast cancer. I'm so glad I got her."
Sure.
Dopey the golden retriever. A Utah family is grateful for the golden retriever can detect when his younger owner, Britton Voss, is going to have a seizure. When an episode can't be prevented, Dopey licks Voss's face until he comes out of it and cuddles him after. Dopey can also fetch the boys medicine and call 911. Voss's teacher told the media, "This is not just a dog, Dopey is an angel." Figo, the service dog. A bus driver didn't see Figo as he and owner Audrey Stone crossed the street. The golden retriever stepped in front of the bus, taking most of the hit. Figo badly injured his legs, but he wouldn't leave her once EMTs arrived. Police Chief John Delgado said he stood right with her. He was there to save her life. I can't even. Sorry, people. I don't know why I do this to myself. Okay. Apollo the pit bull puppy. The 5-month-old puppy was out for a walk with Maya Fairweather, his owner's 18-year-old girlfriend. She let Apollo off his leash to play in a park, but Apollo saw an attacker pin down Fairweather, so he bit the man in the leg. "He's a good boy. I think he saved my life," Fairweather told the media.
I don't know if Zena over there would be able to ever do something like that. She just bites because she,
Yeah,
it's
but
fun.
she's
She's a baby still, like.
Yeah, she's not even 5 months old yet.
Yeah, she's.
But it depends on the
almost
situation. I honestly think you can have like the most lovable dog ever, but the moment they sense you're in danger, I'm pretty sure they'll go into
And
attack
she, at
mode.
this stage, she's got fucking teeth like razor blades, man. Like, it's crazy.
An unnamed German Shepherd. Following an altercation on an Atlanta road, the driver followed the family to a nearby strip mall and opened fire. The dog jumped in front of one of the children and a woman in the car and died of gunshot wounds behind a nearby building. Atlanta Police Sergeant Gregory Lyons said they survived that only to find that their pet is now gone. It's sad for the whole family, especially the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh my word.
A nameless dog. The dog saved dozens of people at the ceremony by thwarting the bomber's plan. Sadly, both the dog and the suicide bomber died in the explosion after the attacker detonated her explosives. A source who lives in the area told the press, "Guests are grateful that the dog sacrificed itself to save their lives at their wedding venue." Someone had a mad ex-girlfriend, I guess. I don't know. Okay, and this one is now closer to home. Heroic bull terrier saves Cape Town woman from cobra. A loyal bull terrier puts his life on the line after he attacked and killed a cobra that had found its way into his owner's garage. Tracy Jacobs wrote to Cape Town radio station KFM to say she saw the snake after exiting her car on Friday afternoon. She explained how her dog, Dexter, immediately grabbed it and fought it out of the garage. "I can't thank him enough for saving my life," she told KFM. "He is such a fighter." After sending pictures of the snake to her husband, he advised her that it was a cobra and they should get to the vet immediately. Jacobs and her husband had to make their way from Klipjebel to Tygerberg Animal Hospital in peak hour traffic, while Dexter fought for his life. Cars in traffic made way for the family by the grace of God, and upon arriving at the hospital, the dog was blue and barely breathing. Dexter was given a 50-50 chance, and as the night progressed, his kidneys began to fail and his heart rate began to drop. Happily, Jacob said the brave dog's condition steadily improved and he is now walking again.
Yeah, I mean, like, peak hour traffic in Cape Town, it's quite hectic. Like, even if it's not peak hour, people there are so fucking chilled. Like, it's unbelievable. It's polar opposites of Pretoria or Johannesburg. Like, everyone here is always rushing. People in Cape Town are just so fucking chilled.
Rhino poacher hunting dog from South Africa gets Euro medal. Killer is a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois who risks his life tracking poachers. A poacher hunting dog in South Africa has been awarded a medal for his work in helping saving the endangered rhinos. Killer's tracking skills have led to the arrest of 115 poachers in Kruger National Park over the last 4 years.
Jeez.
His contribution to saving the rhino population was truly remarkable, said UK vet charity PDSA, which awarded the gold medal for animal heroes. Killer and his handler, Amos Mzimba, are flown by helicopter to track and apprehend armed poachers when sighted or when a dead rhino is discovered. It is an honor to have Killer by my side. It means a lot that he has been recognized for his skills, said Mr. Mzimba. Don't know why I put an A there. Anyway, who added that the brave dog once saved him when a poacher was shooting at him. Handler Almos says Killer is gentle when off duty. Thanks to him, we are arresting more poachers, but there is a lot more to be done if we are to save the rhino from extinction, he said. The PDSA gold medal winner was announced by British comedian Ricky Gervais, who praised Killer and the Kruger National Park Special Operations Team. Excuse me. He helped capture dozens of poachers in the last year alone, thanks to his amazing courage and dedication.
That's a lot.
And then this is the story that had me in tears because it's about a staffy. Bella. She's also from South Africa. Okay, so Johannesburg, South Africa, Monday, 20th of October, 1997. Nicole Russell was standing near her garage at 8 a.m., about to leave for work, when she heard the squeal of tires. Her first thought when she saw the silver grey car was that it was someone looking for directions. As I looked up, all 4 of the car doors opened and 4 armed men jumped out of the car and started running towards me, she said. The leader told me to hand over my car keys and not to make any noise. I did exactly what I was told. I didn't make a sound. I had read somewhere that it is important to stay calm when confronted by hijackers. So I just held out both my arms so they could take my keys and remove my jewelry. In the confusion, Nicole didn't realize she had handed them her house keys instead of her car keys. And while one of the men battled to remove her steering lock, another started ripping off her jewelry. I could see they were nervous, she said. The man in my car kept yelling that the lock wouldn't open. One of the hijackers grabbed me by the arm and began pulling me towards their car. It was then that I started screaming. They became very aggressive and one of them hit me in the face with the butt of his gun. But at that time, I barely felt the blow. Alerted by her daughter's screams, Dawn Russell pressed a panic button in the house and rushed into the garden. But when she tried to go to Nicole's aid, she was attacked with a knife. It was then that Bella, the family's 4-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, came to the rescue. Bella, who had followed Dawn into the garden, lunged at the man with the knife, managing to bite him several times on the legs before being shot in the head. Despite her injury, Bella continued the attack until the men panicked and fled. At one point, after having fired the shot at Bella, the same hijacker pointed his gun at Nicole and pulled the trigger. There was an empty click. Whether the chamber was empty or whether the gun had simply misfired, we will never know. In any event, Bella had taken the bullet for Nicole. A shocked and emotional Nicole recalled the incident. I remember everything as if it was in slow motion. One of the men looked at me and then slowly pointed the gun at Bella and pulled the trigger. After the men fled, Bella just sat down and rolled over. I went and held her. At first there was no blood. She just lay there quietly looking at me. A few minutes later, Bella died.
Do you need me to continue reading? You
Please.
okay?
They're from
Where are you? Here we go.
Daring.
Alright, during the autopsy performed to extract the bullet from Bella's body, it was found that her heart was completely devoid of blood. She had fought so hard and so courageously that there wasn't a drop of blood left in her heart. The story of Bella's valiant effort to save her owner captured the hearts of the Johannesburg public and the Stafford fans all over the world. The Russells were swamped with messages of condolences and breeders from as far afield as Cape Town. offered to give them a new puppy. Excuse me. You can't imagine how much we miss her, said Nicole. She was one of the family. I would always give Bella the milk from my cereal or the uneaten crust off my toast when my mother wasn't looking, because she didn't want us feeding her at the table. At breakfast in the morning, after Bella's death, I almost called her for milk, and then it suddenly struck me that she wasn't there to give it to. Like most proud animal owners, Nicole remembers all Bella's quirky traits, like her habits of yapping or biting in the air, if she felt the family were not giving her enough attention, or her never-ending fascination with chasing a neighbor's cat. We named her Bella, which means beautiful, because an Italian gentleman used to say to me that it seemed appropriate for her, said Nicole. My father is devastated by her loss. Bella used to sit in the crook of his arm and watch television every night. When she was spayed at 6 months, my dad cried for days. This was not the first time Bella had risked her life to save the family. She had been stabbed 3 months before by an intruder. Nicole's father, Des, noticed the stab wound in Bella's back when he tried to pick her up that evening. Bella is buried at the Boyson's Animal Cemetery. Nicole provided the wording for Bella's headstone. Bella, May 93 to October 97. Greater love hath no dog than this, that she should lay down her life for her master. That's intense. I'm sorry, dude.
I fucking can't even. I don't know why I do this to myself.
I don't know. I think.
I don't know. Like, if you want to fucking break into my house, you can take everything, but you don't fucking touch my dog.
I think in general, animals. I mean, they mentioned cats as well, but animals in general are something that we as humans don't deserve, because they love you unconditionally, and people have this rubbish fucking tendency to mistreat their animals, whether it's, just, I don't know, neglecting them when it comes to food or whatever. I mean, we make sure that our dogs have food before we even do grocery shopping, in all honesty. So, I mean, they sleep in our beds, they like our children. I mean, so it honestly, it saddens me to see how people do sometimes treat animals, and all they want to do is love you and just be there for you, whatever. So I don't know, hey, humans are fucked up, and for someone to look, I can't really say that she wasn't able to defend herself. I mean, she got a good few fucking shots in there, but I mean, like that, I don't know what that guy did to her. That's just, I mean, don't come with bullshit, yeah, but I was being attacked by a dog. Yeah, bro, why were you being fucking attacked by a dog? Why? Because you're being a dunce, and you're being a fucking asshole trying to steal people's shit. Of course the dog's going to eat you, try to eat you alive. What did you expect?
It's in that exact moment that I will fucking pull a John Wick on myself. I will kill them with their own fucking guns. I mean, to fucking look at you while you shoot that person's dog, that's fucked up. You don't do that, man.
Yeah, that's a different level of fucked up.
Anyway, now that all our listeners have heard me fucking sobbing,
oh, dude, baby,
I'm sorry, people, I can't even. I think it's because Bella is very close to Bailey, and Bella is a black Staffy, like Bailey. And I don't know, I just had so many dreams about that same situation. I don't know why, where someone just comes in and shoots Bailey for no fucking reason. So
This is kind of on the same note, but a little bit different. So I don't know, like the one day, I don't know if you were paranoid or what, but I think you kept looking for Bailey. It was quite recently, and you told me that you had like some sort of dream or something. So I'm not sure if it was the same one, but you were quite adamant to find Bailey, and I'm like, dude, just, she's here on my bed. Because when Corrine leaves for work, or when she's getting ready for work, sometimes she'll come and jump on the bed with myself and Zena. and the two of them will just lay there and sleep
I
until
don't
we
need-
decide to wake up.
I think I've got more separation anxiety than Belly does towards me. I don't know. It's just I can't imagine her suffering anything that she doesn't have to. So I freak out when I can't find her. It's you'll get there. Trust me.
Well,
I think you're all already there.
yeah, I think I am actually. I mean, like I get fucking separation anxiety when
But yeah,
I leave.
me and
to go
Belly
vibrate.
has 7 years on YouTube. So it gets
Still, I mean, if you like I mentioned earlier, they're like children to us. So whether you've had them for a week or a year or whatever, I think that unconditional love just kicks in automatically. But obviously with time it grows, which is understandable. So yeah, no, I definitely hear you. You okay, dude?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna cry my eyes out now when we stop this podcast.
Do you need a tissue? Can I make you some coffee? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny now. Like,
yeah,
legit.
Guys, I think this is it for tonight. I think we're out of time anyway. Sorry for my sniffling in your ears. But now that you have heard me cry, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. It's not something we're gonna do again. If we do, I'm gonna let Alicia do it solo. I can't do it. I mean, I started already on the first page. I was just holding myself together. But I can't when it comes to animals. I'm a real softie. But yeah.
Make me sound heartless.
No, man, I don't mean it like that.
I'm
It's
just
just,
kidding.
it's like...
No, I'm just pulling on it.
Oh, one friend explained, I'm more in tune with animals than people ever. I would rather choose to save an animal's life than a human's life. Because I feel they deserve it more than the human being. But anyway, now I'm sounding like a dick. But yeah, guys, comment, like, follow, get in touch with us. Our email's still the same, just saying. Just putting it out there.
Tell us what you want us to talk about, man. Like
Otherwise, I'm just going to do the next one where I just talk about the saddest dog movie I've ever watched and you guys are just going to hear me sob. So if you don't want that, let us know what you want to hear.
But yeah, I'm going to do something tomorrow night, getting in the whole vibe of the whole Christmas situation that's going on around the world, obviously. I don't know if my head just kind of went to COVID there for a second, but not that Christmas is a pandemic. I don't know. It depends how you feel about it personally.
To me.
But yeah, so we're going to do something a little bit more Christmassy. But I'm not going to fucking play you guys Christmas carols. I'm not going to sing them. No. That's not happening. I'm just going to probably tell you guys some funny stories. But anyway, so we will speak to you again tomorrow, for us tomorrow night. And yeah, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, like us, love us, whatever you want to do. We'll appreciate it. And to all our followers that we have currently, yay!
Thank you, love you. Love everything about you. You've got good taste.
Okay,
bye.